Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everybody. My name's Kate Green. I'm from Lancashire, and I'm here for the first time on my own without Bill. So it's a bit daunting, but I'm here to be your medium for this evening. I'd like to thank SPTV for inviting me to come back and be with you. It's just so nice to be able to share, the love and share the spiritual connections with everybody. And nice to be here with you as well, So we'll ask Richard to put a few hellos up. Like to say hello to everybody before we start. And yeah, I am from the Connections of Light Spiritualist Church, Darwin. Good evening, Wayne. Wayne Whippy, good evening. Nice for you to be on tonight. Hi, Veronica. Lovely Veronica. She's nice, Veronica. She did a wonderful meditation for us. And she does so much for people. Hiya, Shelley. Met you a few times at Pool Church. Oh, have we? Have we met? Sorry, I'm not really good with names. I'm probably better with faces. But nice to see you. Hiya, Hayley. Good evening. Thank you for coming on this evening and joining us. Hiya, Phil. I believe that's Phil Shaw from Wimbledon. I met you last night. Nice to see you on, Phil. Nice to see you on. We only bite on days ending in a Y. Are you stay Shaw? All right, so that's nice to know. Are you Marie? A lovely friend, Marie. She's lovely. She's we've been in a class today. She's doing really well. Glynis, good evening. Good evening. Thanks for coming on. And I hope you're doing all doing all right. What's she from New Zealand? Oh, that's wonderful. I'm sorry, I don't think I can pronounce your name. It's my Lancashire accent. Richard couldn't understand me before. Hiya, Nikki. Hiya, Nikki. Nice to see you. Nice to see you on. Hiya, Janine. Good evening. Good evening. Nice for everybody to join us. Hiya, JC. Hello, Kate. Hiya, JC. I've heard of you, JC. I've seen your name about. Oh, was she on last night? All right. Hiya, Heidi. Good evening. I hope you're all doing okay and you've had a nice day. Hiya, Sally. Which you can all in chat. Hiya, Sally. Good evening. Good evening. And Han, good evening to you as well. Lovely to see you. See so many people on. Well, I don't even know how many people's on, but hiya, Angel. Good evening. That's a nice picture. Lovely. No, please don't tell me how many's on. I might just pretend I've frozen. Hiya, Kim. Good evening. Good evening. And Pamela. Good evening, Richard. Nice for you to join us this evening. Nice to be able to say hello to everybody as well before we start. Hiya, Stephanie. And Fiona. Okay. All right. So I feel like I am ready to start connecting here from the spirit world. So hiya, Siobhan. Hiya, Siobhan. Good evening. Okay. So I will just ask people if they could just answer me as quickly as you can and just give me some confirmation of whether you understand the information or not. All I will tell you is I'll try my very best to get you a connection from the spirit world and your loved ones, and that's all it is about, really. So I will start here and see where we're at. Okay, that's fine. Okay, as I'm connecting here from the spirit world, I know I've got somebody's dad. I know this man is quite tall as he stands at the side of me, and I want to say he's quite of a slim build, really, but I want to say he's got quite broad shoulders. I also know with him, okay, greatest to respect, I also know he's lost a bit of hair here in the middle. So I know as he stands a little bit closer, this man, he keeps giving me the name of James. The name of James is very significant here. And I know that he's connected in and around his family. Now, he keeps telling me he wants to talk to his daughter. So I know there's a lady on here tonight who is connected to this man. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 15-second delay. And I know then somebody's daughter here is connected to this man here, and this is somebody's dad. Okay, that's fine. Come a little bit closer. So I know it's this coming a little bit closer, this man. I know he's got quite a strong personality, and I would say as well, he worked very hard through his life also. Okay, is my sort of feeling there with him. And I do want to say, as I were asking him for a little bit more information there about him, I do feel like he's the sort of man who worked quite hard through his life, but there's also some traumas there around the age of 30 is what he's taking me to. I feel like he's lost somebody quite important to him around that age, and that is my feeling there with him. Okay, does anybody understand this information there? Okay, as I just carry on with this connection here, that's fine, all right. The month of November is significant within this family too. I feel like we've got quite a few birthdays, but I also want to come back in the past and say there's a passing there as well, is my feeling too, as we go back in the past. All right, okay. Now I know Richard here is, but I keep picking up that name as well. I keep hearing the name of Richard, so I know that's significant too. Okay, within the family. Now, I will just let everybody know I will not give anybody's private information out on a public platform, but I do have to acknowledge where there's things going on in this person's life where this man has come forward to support. All right, I want to talk about Abby Donaldson. I can take some of that. Okay, Abby. I want to say there's support coming, if you understand this, Abby. And I want to say that the spirit world are very much around you at this moment in time. I feel like there's been some decisions you've had to make going back in the last few weeks. Not necessarily life-changing, but there's had to be some changes there within your life, is my feeling too. Okay. That's fine. I know at the side of this man here, I do feel like his mum is with him in the spirit world too. So I know this is a grandmother sort of energy as well. And as she comes to the side as well, she's quite a feisty personality, I want to say, is this lady. And I know that she would always, she just said to me, and I would always stick up for people. So I know there would be things there that have gone on in her life where she had to speak out for people as well. Okay. I also know, as I'm connecting a little bit more to this lady, do feel there is some significance. Okay. Keep losing my earphone. Oh, my granddad passed away on Mother's Day. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Abby. Okay. I just feel there's some significance with this lady and like a hearing loss issue, but in particular on my right side is what she's making me feel as well. Okay. And as she takes me back there into her life and drops me in her memories, I know she's got a lot of happy ones, and I want to talk about there being some sort of stories and significance and pictures to the coronation. My dad is called Richard. Okay. To the coronation, you know. So I know that year in particular would be very important to this lady, but also there would be stories about that day. I feel like she would recall it and tell people about this, you know. So I have to give you that too. The name of Ian has been called out, but I feel like it's here on the earth plane as well. And the number 23 is also significant where this lady is concerned. Okay, that's all right. Now, she's also telling me before she passed to the spirit world, something was going on with her legs. Right, okay. I had a stroke the last week. She could be saying that. Okay, so there's some significance, you know, with her legs. She keeps talking about her legs, and I know she will be off her feet before she passed to the spirit world for quite some time. And I'm asking her how long that would be, and she keeps taking me over a 4-month period. So I do feel that is significant to her as well. That's okay. The name of Annie's being called as well, Abby, from the spirit world. And I have to just let you know all these people are around, you know. They are all around you, and they are helping you as well. They've heard your prayers, and they're very aware of this, okay? What you've been asking them, which is private, that's between you and them. But I do have to acknowledge that for you. Okay, I'm just checking all my information is correct there and asking for something to leave you with. I do want to leave you with a big bouquet of flowers, but I want to leave you with the bouquet in regards to what you've done very recently, okay, for the family. So I do have to acknowledge this. I feel like you've been quite a strong person, and that's what they're talking about. You've had to be. You've had to be. And they appreciate that, all right, for stepping up and doing what they couldn't from the other side. So I have to give you all this and a lot of love, and thank you for connecting for us, Abby. And I will leave you with that, okay. Okay. I'm going to have to swap my phone, Richard. Keeps falling out. Yeah, okay. Right, okay. Right, okay then. So I will get my second connection if that is all right, okay. Yeah, that's all right. Yes. Okay, are you Rosie? Rosie's been in the class today. She's doing really well as well. Some new upcoming mediums. It'll be fantastic. Are you Benny? Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Are you Hayley? I hope you're all right. I hope you can all understand my accent. Are you Mary? Are you Mary? Welcome. Are you Holly? I have a Holly. Good evening. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I feel like right. Okay, so I'm gonna get my next connection here for you from the spirit world, and we'll see where we're going with that. That's all right. Okay. Now I know I've got somebody's mum here from the spirit world. Somebody's mum, and I know as this lady comes to the side of me here, she's quite I want to say quite a straightforward lady, so she would be quite honest in the way she speaks. I also know if she had something to say, she more than likely would say it, and she definitely wouldn't mince her words. All right. I also know with this lady, she's not overly tall. I want to say she's around my height, so I want somebody around 5'3" before she passes her to spirit. And I know there's a little bit of weight on her too, is my feeling as well. Now, as I'm asking her how she passed to spirit, I feel like it's not just one thing. We've got quite a few things going on with us, but she is saying that there's something wrong with her kidneys before she passes to spirit. There's something wrong with her kidneys. So I have to bring that in as being significant for it as well. Okay. And she's talking to me very fast. So I know this lady would live her life like this. She sort of would rush around doing things and talk very fast. And I want to say there's no messing about with her either, you know. She'd come to say what she wanted to say, and then she would go, this is my feeling too. She just said to me, I've been through a few times. So I know then this lady spoke to her loved one from the spirit quite a lot, is my feeling as well, all right. She's always coming on these things, so it must be a lady I need to talk to. She's always coming on these things. So I have to acknowledge that with this lady. I want to say also, as she was talking to me then, I want to say she changed the way she spoke. So I want to say there's some sort of elocution lessons, or there would be, she definitely speaks better than me, is my feeling, but I know there would be some sort of elocution lessons, or people would sort of help her to talk correctly. The Queen's English, that's what she just said to me. All right. I want to say this lady also can take it all, Glenys. All right, okay. I work with you, Glenys, if that is okay. Ah, okay. There's somebody else as well. Right. I'm just going to carry on working with it. I don't want to miss any Sally as well. Right, okay. Right, Hayley. Right. No, this is definitely a mum. Hayley, this is definitely a mum energy, is my feeling. Okay, so I've got 3, haven't I there? Right, let's just keep working with it then and we'll see where we go. All right. I don't want to miss any information. So she's moving me on really, really quickly. All right, that's fine. Now she's telling me kidney failure. Right, Glenys. Right, she is telling me, Glenys, if you understand this, I feel like as she's coming a little bit closer, your mum, I want to say there is a lady with her in the spirit world who does feel very much like a sister to her, or a sister-in-law to her, is my feeling as well. All right, so I know they're both together, and I want to say they were great friends. They're definitely really good advisors to each other as well, so I know they spend a lot of time together. at one time. I feel like the sister or sister-in-law energy there has gone to spirit first, and then obviously this lovely lady has gone afterwards. Okay, so I have to give you that. There's quite a lot of family here. I feel like I'm wiggling this actually. There's quite a lot of family here, and they're all gathered together at this moment in time. And I want to say this is the way they would be. I want to say this is what your family's like. If anybody needs support or help, they would definitely get together and they would all come at the same time. If I was to go through them all, I'd probably be here all night because there's quite a lot of them, and I want to say they're quite open people too. Yes, they're great friends. It's definitely Glynis I am with. I want to say they're great friends. All your family members. Okay. Like all your family members are great friends. They'd all be good support for each other. I want to say that too. So it will give you a little bit of peace knowing that they're all together and there's nobody alone. So they're definitely all here together in spirit, is what I have to say to you. Now, a man has just stepped in here and I feel like he's a fatherly energy. Not entirely sure if he's dad or granddad yet, but I do know he's a very strong character. I want somebody who's very strong in the personality. Yes, you will be here all night. A very strong personality with him and quite a character too. So very, very intelligent, very intelligent. And I know with him, his job required him to be thinking on his feet, is my feeling too. All right. Now, Glynis, I don't know where that is. So he's just said to me about him or another man here in the spirit world who had gout. I want to talk about somebody having gout. And I feel like it's through working outside, or there's some sort of situation there that would create this through my job, is my feeling as well. Right, you can take that off now. So I know that is what I want to give you too from the spirit world as well. All right, Eric has just been called too. Grandad. Right, okay. Eric has just been called too, so I know he like to be remembered as well. He's on sort of the outside of the family as I'm seeing him, so I know then, but he just wants to be remembered to you as well. The name is Stephen here, excuse me, Stephen here on the earth plane. Would you understand with this man? There's something going on around his throat area, you know, before he passes. This granddad energy here. Would you understand? There's a throat issue. Granddad. Right, okay. There's a throat issue going on with him before he passes, and I also feel I need help with my breathing as well. So I feel like I'm on oxygen or I'm needing help there before I pass. All right. He's just held a magazine up to my eyes, so I feel obviously his eyes weren't very good there towards the end. Right, his eyes weren't very good there towards the end, so he would have read like this up to his eyes. But also, I have to acknowledge him getting a magazine all the time. I want it delivered and I want it through the door. And it's got something to do with the countryside and landscapes and things like that. That's what I have to talk about as well. Now, this man here is just acknowledged where he would go and visit like castles, manor houses, and old buildings is my feeling. So I know that would be his interest in history and things like that as well. That's fine. And Glynis, can I connect you to York? He keeps taking me to York and down the main street there with all the cobbles. Step down. Okay. Maybe working, blending my energy with all of them here. So I'll just have to carry on with it as I'm connecting you. But I have to take you to York and I have to take you down that street with all the cobbles, that old fashioned street with that pub that's an old one. He keeps taking me outside there. Now I feel like there's a photograph somewhere of somebody stood outside this pub. And as I'm seeing it, I know another sign outside the pub is like it's like a black one with white writing and then it's outlined in black again. That's what I can see. So I have to acknowledge this. Oh, I live by a castle. Oh, beautiful. Right, so I have Okay, so if anybody else can take this information, please do, because I'm not going to try and go through separating it. Spirit obviously know that there's quite a few people need a message, so please do take the message, you know, if you can understand any bits of it. All right, because I can't get round everybody, although I'd love to. Right, so I know I have to give you this pub. I also have to acknowledge where there's a photograph. I have to say this. And then I also have to say that somewhere as well, there would be a photograph of one of these men in spirit stood outside a pub with a pint. I have to talk about a pint of bitter. A pint of bitter. And I want to say they would be smiling. And I'm seeing them with like the old woolen tank top things, and I've got a tie on, and I can see the shirt sleeves and they're white, and I know I'm at a christening. I know I'm at a christening. So I have to acknowledge this photograph there too. Okay. I don't know. I also have to bring in the name of Stephanie within the family there as well. Do feel like it's on the earth plane. So I'm just going to ask for a little bit more information. Then I can leave this connection with you. I do have to tell you, Spirit are very much around at this moment in time because you've been asking them to come close, and that's what they're doing. I also have to acknowledge where this thing's been left, like feathers and pennies and signs and double numbers. I feel like they're bringing these to you all the time because I want to acknowledge where in the morning you're asking for Spirit to be around you that day, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're just confirming what you already know. So that's really not evidence from me. It's just to confirm you. Yes, outside pub with a pint. Okay. So it's just to confirm really what you're feeling and sort of sensing from the spirit world. But there's so much love. There's so much love coming to you from the spirit. And okay. Mention the robin, this lady saying, mention the robin. So Glenys, you must understand a robin visiting you very frequently as well, all right? Not the last 2 days, she just said. Okay, but it will be coming back, is what I have to say, all right? I'm going to leave you with that, and thank you for connecting for us. Okay, we'll get another link here, I think. Right. Okay. Right, so I'm going to, I've got a lady coming forward here. She's definitely an auntie. I know this lady's on an anti vibration. I also know with this lady, she's talking really, really fast. I'm just trying to get her to slow down a little bit. She's so excited. She's so excited to come because I know this lady's saying, been wanting to speak for a long time on her own as the first communicator. And I feel like she's always come through on the back of somebody else's energy, but she's excited to come through on her own. Okay, I've done it. She says, I've done it. So she's a very lovely lady. You're welcome, Glenys. She's a very lovely lady, and I know this lady would definitely be someone who would help a lot of people, and I feel she would go out of her way to do it as well, you know, the sort of lady that would go without to help others, most definitely, all right? I do know that her husband went to Spirit first, is my feeling as well, all right? So I feel like she would have spent some time on her own, is my sense there, all right? Okay, I want to talk about her living on one floor. Now, I really wanted to take her in a bungalow then, but she's not. She's just taking me on one floor. So whoever this is for must understand that this lady couldn't manage stairs because she's just keeping me on one level there. I want to say with that is symbolic of this person, whoever it is for at this moment in time, to sort of, I feel like their life is sort of an even keel at this moment. I feel like things are going their way. And this lady said, it's about time. It's about time they had a little bit of hope. That's what she's saying as well. Okay, that's fine. All right. I don't know. So then, I don't know if anybody understands this information as yet. But as I said, hope, then I want to talk about connected to this lady or in the area that she lived, there would be, I want to talk about a street having hope in it. That's what I want to talk about. It's like Hope Street. That's what I want to talk about, being connected to it as well. All right. With this lady also comes a younger man. Now I know he's connected to the family as well, and I feel like he's passed his spirit quite suddenly, and I feel like I'm in an accident, to be fair, with him. He's not an overly confident person. He's not really, I want to say he wouldn't be quite outgoing, and he wouldn't find it easy to talk to somebody he didn't know. But I do have to tell you, he's in the spirit world with the rest of the family, and he's found his peace, is my feeling as well. as I bring him a little bit closer. I feel like his mum's still here, my mum's still here, my mum's still here. That's what he keeps saying. So I do know I can connect that around the family too. Okay. I feel like I've been in an accident, you know. I feel like as I'm asking him to sort of, all right, okay, I don't know how to put that. I feel like I've been in a car accident, to be fair, and I've passed a spirit very, very quickly. And that's most important. I say that it was instant. That's what I have to say. Okay, so don't know if I'm up to speed with anybody as yet. Find it very hard to slow my connection down, you know, because I went very fast. Okay, stay sure I might be able to take the young man. Okay. It's really important, I say, that he passed the spirit very quickly and that he's with the rest of the family in the spirit world. I also have to say, he wants to say hello to his mum, hello to me mum, hello to me mum. And I feel like he must have a dad still here on the earth plane as well. Stacey, if you can understand that, because he acknowledges his dad. Not a accidental death, car accident. Okay, just bear with me 1 second. No, I can't change that because I did see a red car in this sort of area, so I do have to acknowledge this. So it may not be you, Stacey, but I'm just going to carry on working to keep the connection going there. All right, that's all right. To talk about his dad, talk about the rest of his family as well, and wherever this accident was, I want to say it's like on a dual carriageway, and I can see to the left of me, I can see like some high-rise flats or some flats there to the side. Okay, and then to the right of me, there's some trees. There's a lot of trees going down. All right. Okay. Right. And then I know it would be in the first lane is what he's showing me to. All right, so I do have to acknowledge this. Okay. Now, if somebody may watch this later, I'm still going to leave it there, Richard, with this connection because somebody may come back and pick it up. Yeah. Right, okay, so somebody may be watching who can't sort of leave a comment, but I am going to leave this connection on here because he deserves to be heard as well. So whoever this is for, I just have to let you know he's here. Good evening, Nicole. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm thanking for working with me. That's fine. Hiya, Lisa, my friend Lisa, who we run the church with. Hiya, Lisa. Hiya, Sue. It's all right. Hiya, Elizabeth. Hiya, everybody that's come on as well, who we can't. Hiya, Alison. I'm a newbie, so am I. I'm a newbie as well. Hiya, Samantha. It's so nice to be on here. Something different, isn't it? Daniela, good evening. That's a nice picture. Nice background. Hiya, Teresa. Good evening. Good evening. Right. Hiya, Kate. Oh, I'm saying hi to myself. Hiya, Kath. Right, okay. Right. I've just... Good evening, Edward. Good evening. Okay, that's fine. Right, so we'll see where we're going now with this next link. That's all right. Okay. Right, it's a bit... Hiya, Hale. It's nice to meet you as well. Nice to meet you. Right, so let's see where we are with this one. Somebody on here this evening must understand a lady in the spirit world. I want quite a frail lady before she passes to spirit. I also know there's a dementia condition with her as well. I do know there's a dementia. Oh, Veronica. Right, okay. Thank you, Veronica, for accepting that. Thank you. Okay. I do know this lady was quite frail before she passed to the spirit world. And to be honest, I'm just trying to sort of blend with her energy because I know there's a dementia condition and I want to say it was quite advanced stages when she passed to the spirit. I'm very aware of this. Thank you, JC. So I know it's quite advanced as she passes to the spirit there. I want to say for her, she's quite an independent, strong lady before she got ill. So this would have been a big issue for her. I do feel this is a grandmother energy. And I want to talk about her being on the mum side of the family there as well. All right. I feel as well as I'm connecting here. I'm just asking her who she would like to connect to on here. I want to talk about the name Joanne for some reason or another. So I know I have to bring that name forward. So if it isn't for that person, then I have to acknowledge it in the family there. I may be going to a middle name actually, but I know I have to give that. That's all right. Now I know this lady required a lot of help before she passed to the spirit world. Probably more than she would like to sort of accept, because I want to say she's very strong, very independent, and for her it wasn't the best way of going to the spirit world for her, because I want to say she's quite busy. When she's younger, she had a lot of friends, quite outgoing. You don't always see that, do you, with people who are really, really ill, what life they had before. And I feel that this is something, whoever is connected to this lady, this is something they would say. Veronica, do you know, I knew I was going to come to you tonight, Veronica. Must be psychic. So I have to acknowledge, though, where somebody would say, with people who are really poorly, you don't realise what life they had before, you know, how much they enjoyed themselves, how much they laughed, how much they helped other people, or how nice they were, you know. And that sort of illness totally changes you, you know, changes your personality completely. Now, boy, this lady, and I know it doesn't really matter to the family, they'd love her anyway, but what she's saying is, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I was so, because I feel like I've snapped at a few people maybe when I weren't feeling my best. So this is why she's come. This is why she's come to say, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't mean to be like that, is my feeling as well. And I know everybody totally understands, but that's what she's saying too. Okay. Just asking her to take me back in her life. And I know this lady would do things very, very slowly, very methodical. She would think about things before she did them. But I know that she would sort of enjoy life as much as she could. Now, she's telling me she had a friend called Dorothy. So there must be some connection to a lady called Dorothy around her when she was here on the earth plane. And I want to be meeting up every now and again, but I'm coming back to when I'm younger. All right. And then I also know, if she texts me back in her life, I've got I'm gonna have to tell you exactly what I can see here. I know I'm on like a town square, and she did get a bit cross at times. Okay, I'm more than likely with you, Veronica. Is my feeling. I'm on a town square, and I feel like it's got some sort of water. I had an Auntie Dorothy. Okay, water running through the centre of it. I keep hearing this water like a little stream or something like that. And then I know I'm on this square, and I'm stood near some railings around a tree, and they're black, these railings, and I feel like I'm holding on to the side. So I know this is going back in her past there, but this is the memory she's showing me. I'm holding on to the side, and then she just laughed at me and said she got heels stuck in the crack of the sort of the pavement. You know when ladies do that and they snap the heel. And then she's laughing about this. I feel like it's a memory there. I feel like it's a memory. Okay, she's not letting me move from that area. I feel like I've definitely snapped my heel, you know, and there's somebody else there with me, and I can hear laughing. We're laughing and we're giggling. But she definitely needed to get some shoes while she was in this area as well. Okay. Right, she just pointed me further down from these railings, and I have to talk about there being a Barrett's shoes. I don't even know if there was a shop called Barrett's, but Barrett's shoes is where she's pointing me. All right, so I feel like I had to get some to replace so I could get home, is my feeling as well. Okay, I know she would go in the regular shops that she always went in, the regular ones. Nothing, she didn't like changes in shops and things like that because she knew exactly how much she was spending. And that's very important to you know, that we get the same all the time. I want to talk about a freshly baked loaf, and I don't want it to be sliced. I want to cut it myself so I can make better slices, is my feeling as well. Okay. Now she must have done this for her husband, because I want to talk about sort of cutting this bread for her husband, is my feeling too. Okay, and where are you taking me now? So I have to go further down the street, and then that's my mum, but yes, there was Barrett's shoes. Okay, I have to go further down the street, you know, and I feel like I'm either going to the end of the street here to be picked up, or to get a bus or something. This is where I would go to get home. So I'm walking past the Barrett shoes, and then I'm seeing like a railway bridge as well. But I want to turn left before I get to the railway bridge. So I know I'll be going that way. And then I get home from there. Is my feeling too? All right, okay. I want it to be a bus, actually. I can hear the engine. That's what I want to say, all right, about getting the bus home. And then as I get home, all right, okay. As I get home, she just took me to another memory here, and I have to acknowledge, Veronica, where she would have got home, and I feel like this is when she realised there was something, collectors from school, there was something not right, because I know she's gone to a few, to the right street where she would live, but I have to say where she went to the wrong house, you know. I have to acknowledge where she went to the wrong house, so I feel like she knew there was something going on with her, because it's not something she would normally do. She's got a good sense of direction normally, and I feel that was the first of sort of things for her there before she passes, so I have to bring you that memory too. Okay. I also have to acknowledge, Veronica, you must like doing crosswords or something, because she's just given me a pile to give to you of crosswords. So I know she's bringing that in, but I also have to say symbolically, there's nothing that we can't find out. That's what I have to say to you. You know this anyway. Being a medium yourself, I don't have to tell you that. But what she's saying is there's endless possibilities here of us working with the spirit and the information we bring. So I have to say that to you as well. That's fine. Okay. Right. There's a man just come and stood at the side of her. I do feel he is. In fact, there's two as I'm looking here now. And I know there's a brother or a brother-in-law. Yes, I like crosswords. A brother-in-law connection to her. And I feel like I've got an husband here with me actually as well. He's a bit of a quiet man. I would say he's not really conversing with me a lot. I would say he probably would like to get to know people before he started talking to them. That's my feeling. I have to acknowledge that, but he is definitely here as well. And I know I've got the brother-in-law energy too. He's a bit more, I want to say his personality feels a bit more outgoing, and maybe he would sort of talk to people he didn't know and get to know them a little bit. But her husband here is definitely more quiet, is my feeling as well. Okay, that's all right. So I'm just asking him for something to leave you with. And I know everybody likes candles, but I have to talk about, didn't know her husband, granddad. Oh, that's probably why he's been a little bit quiet with me. But then I know I've got to leave you with a lot of candles, but I feel there's a reason for this. Right, would it make sense to you if I said, because I don't want to talk about you collecting candles, you could say that to anybody. I feel like there's some significant reason you're collecting all these candles. So would it make sense to you, Veronica, if I said you either know somebody or you are doing something in memory of somebody? Because I want to be lighting a lot of them in memory for someone. So I know I have to bring that in for you too, okay? And I feel like we're not actually going out to buy them. People are just bringing them and donating and things like that. So I know I have to signify that for you. With somebody who passed in the past, you know, it's something to do around this time of year, is my feeling as well. Okay. And just before I do leave you, Veronica, I do know there is around, you have a lot of candles around the house. Okay. I also have to right, what is that? So you know the palms we get on Palm Sunday. She's just brought you one of these. So there must be Catholic connections within this family too, within your family. But she's brought you a palm for Palm Sunday, is my sense there. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that, if that is all right. And to leave you with a lot of love from the Spirit. Okay, thank you for working with us. Okay. Right. We'll get another connection here for somebody. Okay, that's okay. When we speak, it was get really hot. Hiya, Divine, Sparkle 111. Been seeing that number all day. All right, okay. Good evening. Good evening. It's hiya Heather. Good evening, Heather. It's nice for everybody to come on, and it's just a shame we can't give. Hiya Sam. It's just a shame we can't give everybody our message. I'd like to give everyone one from the spirit, but you just can't, can you? Hiya Loren. That's a nice name. Have I said it right? A Lancashire accent. So hiya Snoozy. Snoozy. Good evening. Are you awake or are you asleep? Hiya Mohammed. Good evening. That's a beautiful picture. It's really nice, that. Hi Alison. Good evening. Nice for you to join us tonight. Late afternoon here. Oh, whereabouts are you? Late afternoon. Hiya Xander. Good evening. Good evening. So we will see. Hiya Ruth. Good evening, Ruth. That's a nice picture too, isn't it? Smiling. Smiling. Right, we'll get another link here. Okay. That's all right. Yeah. I've just had a man come in. Just had a man come in playing the piano. Unusually for me, I'm like, it's not usually the way I start, but he just came in on a piano. It was almost as if somebody pushed him in, and he just came in on his chair and his piano. That was a good entrance that he's just done. So I do have to connect somebody with a man that would have played the piano. That's what I have to connect. I want to say he's quite a character, this man. He's smiling, he's laughing, he's very cheery. Is what I want to say. I'm not entirely sure what relationship he is yet, but we'll get there in a minute. I want to say he's quite a character. I know this man would have done a lot of things through his life and experienced a lot. I want to say he was just very happy, and it was sort of the more positive he was. Good evening, Olivia. The more positive he was, the more things he brought to him. Is what I want to say. When you change the way you think, you bring the abundance to you, and positivity is what he did. It was really amazing that I can't get over how they came and pushed him in on that piano. And I want to say he's got a lot of brothers, or there's a connection here to a lot of friendships with male energies in the spirit world with him, and it's like they're having a lot of fun together, and they're just there enjoying themselves. Okay. I keep trying to get him to sing a song, but he just keeps talking to me. So I know this man is somebody who could chat a lot, who would get to know anybody really, and he would have an interest in people. I want to say he would have an interest and he would listen, is my feeling as well. Now, I do feel, again, I am with a lady here. So I do want to connect to a lady here tonight. It was of similar personality to this man. So I'm not saying your family push you in on a piano, but it's just the characters of the family, people who would just like to enjoy themselves and sort of have a laugh here and support each other. That's my feeling. But I have to talk about the person here who is very similar in nature, as in if people are talking, they will take an interest and they will really mean and listen to what people are saying. So I know that is very significant within this family, I want to say. I feel like it is a family thing. So we will listen to people and converse. Hiya, Bill. You've left me on my own tonight, Bill. So, okay. I believe my camera's frozen, but if you can still hear me, that would be good. It's probably my internet connection. But I'll just carry on here. All right. So I know I have to get to a lady on here. I also have to say this lady must be married or have a partner because they want to acknowledge her husband as well. All right. So I have to bring that in as well. Now, this man, as I'm getting to know him a little bit, and he's very easy to talk to here from the spirit, I keep asking him how he's passed, but I feel like he's been ill for some time and he didn't really tell anybody, or he didn't moan about it, didn't complain, but I do definitely feel that originally he didn't tell anybody. Oh, excuse me, that's my dog barking. But I feel like that is the sort of feeling with him. He wouldn't want anybody to sort of feel burdened with what he was going through. So he would try and manage it on his own until he couldn't anymore. All right. And I do feel as well he kept his sense of humour until he passed to the spirit, is my feeling too, you know, because he wanted everybody around him to be happy. Okay, right, that's all right. I don't know. I just heard then, so it's like the end name, like Reen. I just caught the end of that, so I know I've got that sort of name there in the vibration that I have to bring forward. Again, I want to give the names of James from the spirit world, and then I have to talk about the last name Brown being significant there as well. So it's either there within the family or just on the outside, but it's as close as is my feeling too. Okay, and there must also be some connection to whoever this is for, with a nursery nurse, with somebody working with children too. Is my sense there as well. All right, okay. He's jumping me on loads before I finish what I am saying. Then I know as well he keeps taking me around his face, and I know he would have a mustache, and I want to say he kept that for a long time, and then he decided to shave it off, and people were quite surprised. Stay sure, okay. He's talking about shaving it off, and people were quite surprised because he'd had it for a really, really long time. Rain is his daughter, my mother. All right, and maybe with you, Stace. I'll just carry on here because I don't want to miss this information that he's giving to me. So I have to mention the moustache here as well. That would be significant. He's telling me there's photographs of him with his moustache and without. Well, it's more than likely for you, Stace. So that's what I have to say. So I know there's moustache there's photographs, moustache would be there, and then it wouldn't be. So that's what I have to acknowledge as well. I want to talk about you very recently, Stace, getting photographs out and going through old memories that belong to sort of all your families. I feel like there's a lot of stories to tell there within your family. I also have to acknowledge, because I feel like there's been a lot of life experiences, but there's a big family too, is what I have to say as well. Now, he's just told me back when he was younger, I'd have to look at the photos, please do. He's just told me that when he was younger, he would have lived in a house that was 3 floors. We'll talk about 3 floors. So maybe going to a cellar here, 1, 2, 3, but I know I've got 3 floors is what he's acknowledging as well. All right. And I also want to talk about this man here, this lovely gentleman working outside, because as I'm looking at his hands, they're quite dirty, and I know I've got like calloused hands where they've gone dry and cracked because I'm working hard and I'm working outside. The name Stan just got mentioned to me then as well from the spirit, so I know that is significant from the spirit. And I know there's a Thomas in the family also. Okay, now I know your name's Stace, but I don't know what you mean by that. Would you understand, Stace, where if I said to you, he's telling me that your name was changed as you was born. I feel like you were going to be called something else, and then it was changed. But there's something significant about your name, is what he's telling me too. All right, and I have to talk about somebody. You said the album out last night. Okay, so he was with you while you was doing this, and he enjoys it as well. You know, looking back on all those photographs with you. All right, it's his chance to be with you when you're thinking about him. Okay. I also have to acknowledge where somebody's got the middle name Anne belonging to the middle name. So I'm belonging to someone in the spirit, but I know it's a middle name, the name Anne, and it's taken from someone in the spirit world, and somebody's used it here, and they're pleased about this. They like this. So I have to acknowledge that too. There must also be Irish connections within your family there as well, and going back in time too, is what I can say. My watch is here, he just said. My watch is here. So I have to acknowledge this, where it would be kept in a bedside drawer. Okay, and we'll talk about it being on the right-hand side, tucked at the back, is what he's saying. All right. I also have to bring forward, what is that? So I have to bring forward like, so you may have to ask about this, Dace. I don't know if you would know about this, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Where somebody's either, when he passed to the spirit world, I want to talk him about him having an alarm clock that he would have at his side of the bed. Okay, Anastasia, but my dad registered me as Stacey. All right, okay. So I want to talk about a clock being like an alarm clock at his side of the bed, right? And I know it's like a cream colour and the numbers are quite big, and it appears to be like a wind-up one. So I know that is a wind-up one there. And then I have to say that when he passed to the spirit, somebody kept this and took it with them to keep at their home, is what I have to acknowledge too. All right, so he knows about that. He knows about that. And he appreciates the thoughts that you're sending to him from the spirit and remembering all the times that you've had together. Is my feeling as well. All right, so just know that he's around, especially last night when you was taking out the photographs and looking at them, and he enjoys doing that with you too. Right, just before I leave you, Stace, would you know where there's I feel like, okay, right, yes, he did have an alarm clock, but I feel like I'm it was loud. I feel like I'm at a farm, you know. I feel like I'm at a farm. He keeps taking me to a house on its own, like in the middle of the field, but I feel like it's a farm, is my feeling. And he keeps taking me there. So there's some significance, I can't say it now, significance to that within the family too. So I have to acknowledge this. All right. And when I'm going, I feel quite peaceful and at peace and at one. You know, I have to bring that forward for you. He's also talking about you going on like holidays that would be within the countryside rather than a beach. You know, I want to take you in the countryside, and that's what he's giving to you as well. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that, if that's all right. Leave you with so much love from all your family in the spirit, and they're really pleased to connect with you. And I loved how he came in. That was amazing. As we live in the country. All right, okay. That was amazing how he came in on his. They pushed him in really fast on his piano. I've never had that before. That's brilliant. So thank you for connecting to us. Thank you. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. So we've got tomorrow, 11 o'clock, there's a divine service with Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. If everybody can join at 11 o'clock tomorrow for the divine service, that would be wonderful. Okay. And then we have our VIP training night. So we have week 1 of free mediumship readings and week 2 of free mediumship training. Amazing. That's tomorrow night from 8 o'clock on Zoom. So if people can join then for SPTV, that would be amazing. And it's free, even better. Okay. So I run. So very quickly, I will tell you sort of what I do. So I help run a spiritualist church called Connections of Light Darwin. We aren't open yet, unfortunately, but we will be. We do run our services on Zoom, and that's on a Wednesday. I also help run Eternal Spirit online team, and we have a lot of things going on most nights. I think we're only free on Tuesdays, but we have a lot of different things going on, meditations, mediumship nights, teaching. You know, we have a lot of things going on if people would like to come and join us and have a look. So that would be wonderful. So I am still frozen, aren't I? Right, okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Hiya, Louise. Hiya, Louise. Nice of you to join us this evening. It's really good to be here on here tonight with everybody. It's just a shame we can't get round to everyone with messages. Hiya, Ruth. Hiya, Ruth. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, hiya, Rosie. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Rosie's another great developing medium. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Okay. You're very welcome, Stace. I absolutely loved how your family came in on that piano then. That was lovely. I thank you, Kim. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Kelly. Nice of you to say. It isn't me, though, doing it, though, is it? It's spirit. Hiya, Rhonda. Thank you very much. Thank you for your nice comments, the lovely comments. Thank you. I'm not going to be able to fit my head through this door after. Still frozen looking at you. Right. Thank you, Haley. I don't know why my screen's frozen, but never mind. Never mind. Should have put a picture on of Kim Kardashian, Richard, instead of me. He just said no. Yeah, it's weird how it's just frozen, isn't it? But never mind, never mind. Okay, all right. So I feel I can get another connection here, if that is all right. Yeah, okay. Thank you, my friend Lisa. Wonderful, Lisa, our booking secretary. Right, okay, let's see where we're going now. Right, okay, that's fine. So I know as I'm connecting here and bringing this lady a little bit more forward, I know this lady is another mother energy. I want to talk about this lady being on a mother vibration. As she stands at the side, this lady, she's not over tall either, but she's slightly taller than me. Again, I'm 5'3", but this lady's just a little bit taller. I know she's a lot slimmer than me as well. I do want to say this lady would have a feeling off her personality that she would be a little bit more serious in the way she would sort of be within her life, because I do want to say there's a lot gone on for her. I know there's a lot gone on for this lady, and she's saying that changed her personality, and she is apologising for it, but she knows herself that it couldn't have been helped because of the things that happened. Now, I'm just being very respectful with this lady because I don't want to give too much information out. It won't be fair to her, but I do know she's very nervous. I do know she has a nervous energy. I do know there's like an anxiety feeling with her as well. And I have to talk about what she said to me was, this plagued me most of my life. So I feel like I could be quite shaky in my hands as well. Okay, so I don't know where I am with this, but I know I'll just carry on a little bit as I'm connecting a bit more. All right. So as I'm looking at what she's wearing, this lady, I want to talk about, and I mean this with the greatest of respect, I want to talk about this lady not really bothering what she wore. I feel like it really didn't matter to her what she wore, whether it matched or not, because I do feel there is a depression there within her, and this was just how she felt at the time, But I do have to say she was very fussy about keeping her feet warm. I'm really aware of this, and I know she would keep her feet warm. Is my feeling. So I feel like I've got some sort of Raynaud's condition, or something to do with like a cold feeling in my hands, in particular my feet, is what she's saying. And then I also have to acknowledge where. Okay, I want to talk about like a fur boot slipper or something like this, and it's got a zip on the inside, and I have to talk about them being blue and being like a cream fur on the outside, but we can fold them over, is what I'm feeling as well. All right, so I know this lady wants to connect to her family here. All right, she's very lovely, but I do feel there's just so much gone on for her within her life, on the physical, that it sort of changed who she could have been, is what I want to say as well. Now, okay, I have to acknowledge also where there's a lot of stress going on for whoever it is on the earth plane. She's just acknowledging this. As I were asking her why she come forward, and she's saying, I've come forward to help them and let them know I'm around to help them and bring them healing for the self. I have to talk about healing, not just in the body, but in the mind too. I have to bring this as well. What age roughly? I want to talk about like I'm not really good with ages, so I'm going to go for it with it. I want to talk about like late 60s, early 70s with this lady. Now, she may even be younger than that, with the greatest of respect, but I feel like I'm always frowning, or there's some stress appears on my face, you know, as she's putting a sort of energy on me, okay? She's, you know, she's very lovely all the same, but I just know I've got these things going on, okay? I have to talk about Maggie being significant there as well, Maggie. Then that name, Maggie, within the family too. And I know that's very important to it as well, okay? Right. Whoever this is for also, it's all right, Teresa. Whoever this is for also, there must be, I want to talk about, okay, where are you taking me? I want to talk about this person being able to open the back door and see trees outside. So I don't know whether these are in the garden or just on the outside, but I talk about a lot of trees hanging down over the garden wall or the wall there. But I acknowledge this, and I feel like also, this lady would smoke too. I want to be a smoker at one time in my life as well. And I feel she would go outside to smoke. I want to be outside smoking, and I want to be stood with whoever it is when they're looking out at these trees out the back door, and I want to be stood there with them, and she's smoking a cigarette as she stood there with these people too. That's all right. I want to talk about, as this person's looking at these trees, they're thinking about things in the mind there, and she's saying, we keep mulling it over, we keep thinking about it and mulling it over, and she's saying, okay, she's just saying she's here to help you make a decision there within your life. And she's saying, you know what the sort of right choice is, but that's got to be your free will, and it's got to be something you want to do as well. All right, but she's just giving you, things will be clearer. She's saying things will be clearer. So now I have to bring this forward as well. Also, within that energy there, she's telling me, whoever this is for, somebody's talking about a new car. I have to talk about a new car that she's bringing forward, and I also have to acknowledge where there's Scottish connections within this family too. Could be my handby. When my husband passed away, she lived in a house, one story. Okay, I have to talk about a new car. Young man, perhaps in my cousin. Oh, that's the old other message that I gave before, isn't it? All right. Okay. I have to talk about a new car being on the cards there or within a conversation over the last few days, and this lady's heard it, is what I have to acknowledge as well. Okay, where else am I going with this? So I know then she's mentioned the name Maggie again to me, so it is very significant in the family. I feel like there may be two, to be fair, and that's why she's brought that forward. Now there's a man just come to the side over here, and I do feel he's connected on a fatherly vibration to her. So I feel like this is her dad. I want to talk about him being a little bit quiet as well, and I feel also, this is meant in the greatest respect, I feel like he has some sort of mental health condition with him also, because I feel like it's like a family thing further down the line, you know. So he's bringing that into, okay, as he's sort of relaxing here and sort of getting to know me a little bit. I feel like this man didn't believe in this whatsoever. So I want to talk about him not believing in this whatsoever, but now he's coming through all the time, and I feel like he quite enjoys it as well. All right, he just said to me, it's as good as writing a letter, and that's how it should be, really, shouldn't it? So that's what he's saying. You can always think back on it and remember what they've said to us from the spirit world, and I feel like it's very important to him that he makes himself known tonight to whoever this is for as well. Okay, so I don't know if we're with anybody as yet, Richard. Okay, right, that's okay. I feel that maybe for the other message I had earlier on with the young man and the aunt, but this one is very much on. I feel like I've got a mum and I've got her dad, so I've got mum and granddad here. Okay, just asking somebody else to join us just before I cut this connection here and leave that message there for someone to pick up. Okay, I feel like I've got that's all right. I feel like I've got, which in the 50s, she's with her dad, right? Okay. I did say, Teresa, that I felt like this lady, I'm not right good at ages, but I did feel like she was maybe frowning a lot and maybe greatest to respect. She might have looked older than she was. I mean that in greatest to respect, Teresa. So please just take that information. I have to say also, as I move, there's another man just coming the energy, and I have to tell you, I feel like this is an uncle sort of vibration as he stands to the side. Now I do know he's from Dad's side of the family. I knew his dad's side of the family, and as he stands at the back of this lady and this man here, I want to say he's quite I don't want him to be over talkative either. He's really quiet with me. But I also have to acknowledge where, Teresa, if this will make sense to you. I have to acknowledge where somebody at this moment in time is maybe not speaking out. And I don't mean go out and have arguments with people. I don't mean that. What I mean is you're not airing your views, or we're frightened of putting our point across. Is my sense there with that? And they're just coming to be at the back of you and support you and say we're all entitled to our own opinions, and it's about time you give yours. Obviously, it's your free will, and with the greatest due respect there as well. This man, this uncle energy, is telling me he passed to spirit with his heart. I want a heart condition. Okay, bless her. I have to talk about this man passing to spirit with a heart condition. There's acknowledgement to his heart there that would have taken him. I also have to bring forward as well the name of Ted from the spirit world too. All right, so I know there is a Ted connected there as well. And then a little black cat has just come running in, and it's quite dainty, but I know it's not a kitten. It's quite dainty though, quite a tiny one. I love cats, but it's really cute, and it's got a bonny face. And I just have to let you know, this cat, she was very. Oh, there you go, Teresa. Okay, all right. Well, your family are supporting you from the spirit world. Right, okay, and this would make sense to you, Teresa, if I talk about this cat coming in and bringing you unconditional love. As we know, animals come and bring that, but I do feel like this cat belonged to somebody, and it's now in the spirit world, but it's coming back around you at this moment. So please watch around your feet and your legs in particular, and you'll feel a brushing there, especially at the moments where we feel a little bit down. Maybe this cat will be around. I have to say this, but also on the other side of that, cats are great healers. Yes, Ted, my dad used to call me Tess. Okay, Tess. Maybe because sometimes it's muffled, so I'll just leave that there with you. But this cat also, cats are great healers from the spirit and on the physical. So this is why this cat is around you at this moment in time. What I do have to say to you, Teresa, is when the spirit will send this spiritual cat to you, please just release all the feelings and emotions that no longer serve you, and let them take it away for you. All right, and don't feel guilty when they do, and don't worry about where they've gone, because your family want you to feel happy, and they want you to feel carefree. That's the most important thing for them, and this is why they're here. This is why they're here tonight. There's also been some conversation as well over the last week or so of somebody not being happy with the bank or wanting to change the bank. Is me feeling too, all right? It's just to let you know, really, they've heard this conversation. Now, I feel like the uncle energy is quite good. Good, Teresa, good. The uncle energy is quite good at sort of... I'm not going to say business minded, but he's sort of a good thinker. He knows what to do, and he knows what to do with banks and things like that. So this is why he's acknowledging it, and this is why he was around that conversation. All right. But it's really just to support you at this moment. Okay. And I don't know whether this is today or yesterday, but can I acknowledge where you've been cleaning your windows as well? Talk about cleaning your windows. All right, what am I using there? I want to talk about, I know I've got a spray. I need money in my bank. So do I. But I know I have to acknowledge like a green spray on the windows. And I know we've been cleaning them. But symbolically as well, it is about cleaning those windows and making them shiny so you can see through them clearly. And I know that's what they want you to remember. Okay. Unfortunately, We do have to do our own windows, symbolically again. We do have to do our own if we want to be able to see clearly. And it's us that need to remove the dirt. That's what I have to say. And that is all on the symbolic sort of level there. It's what they're bringing to you. So I'm going to leave you with that, if that is okay. And thank you for the connection. And I'm glad that you could take her and the rest of your family. Thank you very much. Right, okay, we'll see where we're going now. Okay, so I'll just do one more. I just feel like I've got okay, right. Okay, right. Okay, well we'll see where we're going, see if we've got some more energy to give more messages. I do have a lady here from the spirit world. I do know this lady is, I want another Nan sort of energy. I'm sorry about my dog barking. A Nan sort of energy there. I do want to talk about her being from mum's side of the family, and I want to talk about this lady being quite I want to talk about this lady being quite a short lady. I feel like she's shorter than me, you know, as she stands here to the side. She's quite shorter than me. I also know, greatest due respect, there's a little bit of weight on this lady too. But I feel like we need, I want to say there's some sort of condition with her where we need to sort of, like a diabetic condition where we sort of need to lose a little bit, is my feeling as well with her before she passes. But I don't feel like it's a diabetic where we have to inject. I want to talk like a diet, sort of diabetes with her as well. All right. Now, this lady's telling me that she lived alone for quite some time. I feel she's quite young before um, her husband passes to the spirit world, and I know that she's sort of left on her own with the children, is my feeling as well. As I asked her how many children, I want to talk about being four children, which is significant to her as well. Okay, I have to talk about the name of Kathleen, and then I've also to give the name of Kath. Also, Kath is what I can see here as well. And then who is that? And then I know then I've got an Arthur who stands at the side of her as well. I feel that is her uncle, to be fair. And I know I'm going back quite some time with that as well. Now, this lady is quite a lady who would be very traditional. I want to talk about cobbled streets. I want to talk about sort of playing out. Sounds like my Nan Haley. I want to talk about sort of playing out on the cobbled streets and messing about with sticks in tarmac. You know, like what they used to do when they used to dig the tarmac up, is my feeling as well. So I know I have to bring that into, okay. Now, I feel like within this community here where she lived, everybody would know each other. I want to talk about everybody knowing each other. And, okay, and I want to talk about a family living around the corner as well, is my sense there too. Okay, so I don't know whether we're with anybody yet. Richard, if you understand that. And let's see where. Okay, that's all right. I'm just going to give a little. Right, okay. I'm just going to ask for a little bit more information here. Within this family, I just heard then, within this family, there must be, I don't know what accent that is. I want to talk about there being sounds like a European accent or something to me. So I know that is within the family as well. So I have to acknowledge this. All right, and I want to talk about also there being some in-laws for this person in the spirit as well. I know I can see them just on the outside too. All right, and then what is that? And I know then they're taking me to. Right. I don't know. I feel like this lady would go and visit like a community centre or something to join other people, but I know I'm only going once a week, and I want to talk about it being on a Thursday, but I know I'm going there to join other people and be with my friends as well as she takes me forward in a physical life. I do feel there's something also going on with the stomach area as well before she passes to the spirit world. There's something going on around the stomach area also. the number 44 must be significant as well, wherever this is. And then I can talk about the name of Christine here on the earth plane too. Okay, so I know, well, but not Kath. Right, okay, bear with me. So I know then, that's all right. The number 44 is significant, so I don't know whether I've got a year or it's on a door, but I know I have to bring the number 44 in as well. That's all right. Okay, I don't know. And then also, just to sort of link me to whoever this is for, Heather, or if it's for someone else, there must be as well, somebody's just got some new angel wings on a wall, or some ornamental angel wings on a wall. I have to bring this forward. Do you know what? I feel like they've just been ordered. So I feel like they've just been ordered and they're on the way. They're on the way. They sort of flew them then. So I know they're on the way. That's what I have to talk about. All right. And then I know that's not really. Then I know the number, wherever these angel wings are, I have to talk about $24.99 being, that's cheap, isn't it? $24.99. I have to talk about that being significant as well. It's a good bargain. So I know I have to bring them in for these angel wings too. All right. As I'm asking this lady for a bit more of a message, really, I just want to say she's coming around at this moment just to bring a lot of love and support, and she likes to come through as well and speak, and she's saying just to be nosy really and just to be remembered. So I am going to leave that message there and leave a lot of love for you, whoever this is for. If you pick it up later, that's all right. A lot of love here from the spirit world. It's all right, Heather, don't worry. But I know I'm going to leave a lot of love there for whoever this is for, and thank them for working with me. Thank you very much. So, Richard, I feel like my energy has dipped. I'd just like to thank everybody for being with us this evening. And it's been an absolute pleasure to work with the spirit, and a pleasure to connect to people's loved ones. And I'm sorry again that we can't get to everybody, although I would love to. We just couldn't, I wouldn't be able to do it. With the energy, it's just wonderful though to connect for you. And thank you everybody for your support, and thank you for SPTV for having me on. So thank you very much. Who's on my church tomorrow? So tomorrow we have a teaching circle, and tomorrow's lead medium is Chris Archbold from Norton Spiritualist Church. So he's coming on tomorrow to lead our teaching circle. And we just ask for charity donations. It's only a suggestion, but it's free otherwise. Thank you, Stace. Thank you very much. You're very welcome, and it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. And another Wendy, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, I'm hot now. Rhonda, thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you. It's been so nice to be on here and work with you. And it's very nerve-wracking being on here on your own without Bill Hughes sat on the other screen with you. But I suppose you have to face your fears sometimes, don't you? You're very welcome, each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you. It isn't me that's doing it, though. It's spirit. It's spirit. They need the thanks. They need the thanks. Thank you. There's a lot, isn't there? There's a lot of messages. I can't keep up with them. I can't keep up. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody, and good night, and take care of yourselves. Thank you.